Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm going to be continuing the Arctic series with flight number 7. And this one's going to be featuring the Schweizer S300 as you can see here. And we're going to be flying from ENPY, which is Pyramiden, part of the Svalbard scenery package. And we're going to be returning to Longyear, which is ENSB, which is about a 28 nautical mile trip, so not that far, but you know, definitely a little bit of a slower going in this particular model. And of course, links for everything will be in the description. And I'm not going to be using the charts for this flight, so if you want notations on this one, you'll have to wait till I do the second version of this. So I won't actually have notations for this one since I'm doing it blind. So of course this is probably not the ideal helicopter for this type of area, but you know, in my opinion, it's more than capable of performing the flight, and it provides a unique challenge, and you know, also a pretty enjoyable experience. A really nice model, so I definitely couldn't do the Arctic series and not include it. And as a matter of fact, the schedule actually has it appearing twice in the series, so although its second appearance is going to be in a co-flight with another helicopter as well. I'm going to be running into a little bit of wind. It shouldn't be anything above about 8 knots. But the only problem is it's going to be mostly gust, so hopefully that's not going to give us too much trouble here. But you probably already know my policy by now when it comes to the turbulence and the gust. Is basically, you know, maintain your heading and pretty much ignore the rest of the little inputs that the small sort of deflections that the wind causes on your flight path. You know, as long as your heading is safe and you're not, you know, about to careen into the side of a mountain or something, I wouldn't really worry about it. Because some of the really tiny deflections, you really can't do anything about them anyway, except for making it worse. So that's the only thing you can really do with the controls, is actually amplify some of the issues and some of the problems. Yeah, now we're starting to get into that wind. It's a little lighter than I thought it would be, so we're probably talking about more around 5 knots. Maybe 6 the max, but it's definitely not the 8 to 10 that the weather chart was predicting. Unless it was trying to figure some of that into a sustained, but I haven't noticed any sustained winds yet. I may actually just do more of a scenic flight here and end up returning back to ENPY, because also that's one of the air bases I haven't done a lot of coverage of yet. So as a matter of fact, I don't even think I've done a single real flyover of it yet, so maybe we'll do that. We'll do some scenic flying out here and plan on returning back to ENPY, because it's going to take forever and a day to get to ENSP in this helicopter. I mean, this thing is just, you know, painfully slow. So we'll go through some of these valleys, canyons here, whatever you want to call it, and we'll start to do our doubling back towards the ENPY location. But I'm still amazed at the amount of detail that they put into every little area of this scenery package, since, I mean, it's virtually all terrain. I mean, there's nobody lives in this area, really. Most of the airports and airfields really just serve either some of the very tiny scattered villages or the scientific installations that are throughout the area. So now we're going to start doubling back towards ENPY. Kind of do a little farther inland sweep, though, as I say, to kind of show some of the terrain. You can definitely feel that wind now. I would say maybe it is getting a little closer to 7-8 knots. I believe there's a pretty large weather station somewhere out in this area here, or at least I believe when I was flying over the 206, the Cessna 206 that is, I saw a bunch of what looked like Doppler radar type spherical towers. It could be something else. I mean, it's really hard to tell in this area. And I will try to get some outside shots of the helicopter. People always seem to complain about that and want to know why I don't ever leave the cockpit view. And it's mainly because it's unrealistic. You know, it creates bad habits, in my opinion, if you do it too much. Because it's almost like cheating in a way, especially if you're going to be landing or taking off. But I mean, if you want to do it for, you know, cinematic or practice purposes, that's fine. I just, you know, wouldn't recommend you get in any sort of a habit of it, because it's going to create an unrealistic practicing environment, really. Yeah, I know it should be doubling back on the ENPY in a minute now. Once we're parallel to it, then I'll cut to the right. Which it's going to be at the foot of these tallest mountains that you can see directly towards the front of us. Probably at about 2 o'clock. You may be able to start to see some of the structures coming into view. So there it is ahead of us, the ENPY. So it's actually a fairly large settlement or camp. I'm not really sure what you would call it. But as far as I know, all this territory technically belongs to Norway, if I'm not mistaken. Here's the helipad in this fenced-in area directly below us right about now. Which is basically just a concrete square in the middle of nowhere. Try to do a little bit of a slower pass so you can see some of the structures that are in this area. I'll land over towards the red tower, which is kind of the marker for the area. The landmark or the focal point, if you will. So yeah, I'm not really sure what it is. Dormitories, maybe it's a, you know, an encampment, a workers' camp, scientist, I'm not sure. Anybody knows, let me know in the description. As I said, it's the ICAO is ENPY. Yeah, this monument up here that I was talking about, the red tower, when you buy this scenery package, that's also the focal point, like the main image, which I thought was kind of weird, but that's what they seem to focus on for selling this, so it must be significant in some way. This tower here is what I'm talking about. Alright guys, I think I just want to wrap it up for this flight. So like I said, this helicopter will appear again in this series, so this won't be the last time you see it in the Arctic series, but the second time it will be featured along with another helicopter, but I'm not going to give all the details out just yet. So as I say, this is the Arctic series part 7, ENPY, the Schweizer S300. So until next time, if you have questions, comments, leave it in the description below, or you can email those directly to me using the msmithflight Gmail account. So until next time guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.